We are live on YouTube.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? What's going on? This is the underserved movement. I'm here with Rel. That's the co-founder, man. We're here to talk about today, January 6th committee, our reactions, our take, what we hope to get from it. And we're also gonna be talking about a lot of stuff, man. Tell them.
Yeah, no, that's right, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome to the underserved movement. Pleasure to be here with my big bro, Huge. Like he said, we're working together to make some things happen and bring some information to you, stir up the pot a little bit, get some resources out there, try to get information out and get our thoughts out there for everybody who is underserved, which is all of us.
What's up? What's going on, everybody? Checking in. Yo, check us out on YouTube, the underserved movement on YouTube. We're gonna see if we can get a link, get pulled up. But first things first, January 6th committee was today. January 6th committee was today. For those that don't know what that is, well, January 6th, was it a year ago? A little over a year and a half ago. January 6th, a crowd of people. I want to say a couple thousand marched to the steps of the Capitol, right, and try to stop the election, the transfer of power. Okay, when we have a new president come in, there's a it's almost ceremonial like, where people, they find out who got voted in, and it's a ceremony. It's all the transfer of power is what it is. And January 6th, there was a gigantic rally that went kind of south, and so we definitely didn't go as planned for them, right? So the committee today finally interviewed about 1,000 people. I mean, not today, over the last several months, and basically since then have interviewed thousands of people to get their stories today. I got the tail end of a cop that actually worked there. They actually was on the site, and they had video footage. They had and just a bunch of testimony, man, a bunch of testimony of people that were actually there from the cops' point of view. And it's tragic, man. There was loss of life. Cops actually lost their life. And I'm not a blue line. I'm not a pro cop or anything like that. I'm not anti-cop, but I sure as hell did feel sorry for the people that lost their lives.
That's right.
What's your take, bro?
Yeah, man, just unprecedented event. You know what I mean? Like, when did we ever imagine seeing something like that happen in our lifetime? And is that the right way to go about things? You know what I mean? If had the shoe been on the other foot, what would the reaction have been? Would it have been something that people try to sweep under the rug, or would people have been crucified? That's what I'm wondering.
No, you're absolutely right. Imagine if it was 1,000 Mexicans or 1,000 minorities that went up there. Yo, they would have been mowed down. I'm just saying. There's in this country, there's a disparity between interactions with law enforcement, and trust me, it would have gone down south. But that's no here nor there. We're here now, right? With the committee investigating. Now this is going to go on for at least 2 weeks. As far as I know, it's going to be going on for at least 2 weeks, and it definitely. I'm kind of amped to see where this leads, and see if anybody gets prosecuted or anything like as such. You know what I'm saying? I get legal. So,
yeah, my main concern, bro, is the way these political trials, or these these investigations tend to go. Is that it seems like everybody that's being interviewed, they basically just say they don't recall, and they really just kind of plead the fifth, don't recall, and skate by. It seems like that's what tends to happen, and I'm wondering if that'll be the same thing that happens this time.
It just seems like there's no justice. It seems from January 6th, everybody felt like they were gonna get away with it. But I will tell you this, the hand of justice is slow, but surely. Everything but absolute. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, people's times has come. Like There was a few arrests for the Capitol insurrection. You know what I'm saying? But we got to get more than that. We got to get to the people in power that were part of this huge scandal. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping they overturn all of that. What's going on, everybody? Yeah, bro. I'm excited. I'm excited to see where it goes, bro. I'm excited to see where it goes. And I shouldn't say excited. I should say I am glad that it's happening, and I'm waiting to see justice be served, man. And I'm waiting to see people get held accountable. Accountability is everything. And I feel like it's a double standard. I feel that people that don't have money, I feel that people that are underserved don't get due process and don't ever see justice. And I feel like there's a lot of injustices to the underserved. You know what I'm saying? And the underserved is not a color thing. It's a class thing. If you are living paycheck to paycheck, which you shouldn't be, in the most richest country in this world, in the world, the richest country, you should not be living paycheck to paycheck, man. You should not be struggling. You should not be worried about whether or not you can make rent and feed your kids. You should not be worried about none of that, man. You know what I'm saying? You should have access to a livable wage, no matter if you're flipping burgers or not. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, there's some personal responsibility. You got to live within your means. You got to do certain stuff like that. But there's no reason why there should be starving kids, homelessness, people that don't have access to health care. And meanwhile, we got people in Congress. We got people making six figures. If you become a congressman, you're already hitting six figures. You know what I'm saying? And don't have to answer to nothing. I think January 6th committee, I think that's going to go on for 2 weeks, is a perfect time to bring and hold these people accountable and serve some justice, man.
Absolutely. Like you said, it's a justice issue. It's a justice issue. You know what I mean? For everyone that talks about getting justice and being a true patriot would want to make sure something like this never happens again on either side. Well, if you're a true patriot, you're not talking about sides. You're not defending one side over the other. If you're a true patriot, you want what's best for the nation.
100%.
So that's how we weed out true patriots.
And yeah, it's not about right or left. I don't care if you voted for Trump. I really don't, because you have concerns. You have some worries. You're worried about the immigration. You're worried. You might be worried about financially. Like, these are reasons to vote for Trump. And I applaud you for voting. I applaud anybody that participated in the voting process. But we gotta stop blaming each other for this crazy nonsense, man. I'm not gonna look at a Trump supporter and say, hey, man, you're delusional. No, because that person has genuine worries. That person is valid in feeling the way they do. I understand you completely, but you gotta look at me and reciprocate at least some form of decency to talk to me. And that's how we gotta hold each other accountable. We gotta be reasonable. We gotta be able to come to the table and have disagreements and maybe find some common ground. You get what I'm saying? And as much as you dislike somebody else, you gotta be able to sit on the table. And if they're willing to talk and to communicate, if they're not, move on. But I'm here to tell you, man, we're not too different. We're not too different at all. Are you for lower medication payments? Are you for a lot of people talk about mental health issues, and it's like, now we want to talk about mental health issues, right? Since we had this tragedy with children losing their lives on a massive scale, over 10, you know what I'm saying? 19 kids, 2 teachers, then the shooting before that up at Buffalo, now we really want to talk about mental health, which is fine. We're not even going to talk about gun control, but since we're on the same page, clearly we need Medicare for all, right? Clearly we want to fund social programs. Clearly we need to get money in the school system. We need to get counselors. And not every school has a counselor, but we want to put a cop on every school. Like, come on, man. You got to miss me with all that. We got to find some common ground. So now that people are willing to listen, because people worship guns over people. That's what GOP is, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna say that let's find some common ground and let's agree on some things. You know what I mean? How do you feel, Rel?
No, absolutely. I mean, we can, when we find ourselves in situations like this, right away we get ideas and start throwing them out there, start throwing anything against the wall. A lot of times to dilute the real problem, and that's okay. That's okay. Let's go ahead and dilute the real problem. But if we're gonna do that, make sure you're ready to bring out that wallet and start paying for everything that you're suggesting to do. Don't suggest it and then, oh, whoa, it's gonna cost money. Oh, never mind, because then you don't solve any problem.
And now we look, a patriot, bro, of course, wants to protect the country, pro country, pro rights and everything. We're not, yo, to the table, nobody is saying we're gonna take your guns. Nobody is saying we're gonna take your right away. You guys understand that there was a ban on assault weapons until 2004, right? You guys understand that this is a law that was already implemented, right? And when it was implemented, there was a drop in deaths by assault weapons. You know what I'm saying? This is not nothing new. This is not something extreme. All right, but we're not even talking about banning. We're talking about extended background checks. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't sound unreasonable to me. And so does 90% of the country, bro. How about upping the age? We're able to drink at 21. We're able to do a lot of things at the age of 21, but we're able to buy an assault rifle at the age of 18. As soon as you turn 18, bro, like that sounds insane to me. And guys, we got to be able to filter out misinformation too. For all the people that were like, yo, this kid didn't have a job, and I'm talking about the unnamed devil that went on the shooting spree in Uvalde. Yo, my heart goes out to them. But anyways, this guy had a job, bro. When they were right, yo, how did he get so much money to get these assault rifles? And he's driving a $75,000 truck, yo, and got fucking $30,000 guns. How did he do it? You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, yo, they were already claiming, bro, oh, he didn't have a job. Let's figure out, and I agree. Let's figure out how he obtained these weapons. Who gave him the money? And don't forget, he had a job. Like people already vouching, like, yo, he's my coworker. I believe it like a Taco Bell. Shout out to Taco Bell. But tacos, nachos, Bel Grande. I get rico. All right.
Mexican pizza.
Mexican pizza.
Yep.
But it don't make a difference, bro.
Yeah, you know what? Huge. Look, bro. I wanted to say something about that. The way that I would address the fact that someone says it won't make a difference. That's like saying like, oh, I'm gonna work out for a month and I expect myself to be a bodybuilder, right? And yo, it's not gonna work that way, bro. Of course, you're not gonna see overnight results. It takes time. It at least takes effort, right? At bare minimum, the effort to change, right? The initiative to change, and then you take time, bro, to see the results. To just try to like be like a psychic and say like, it's not gonna make a difference, so let's not do it. Doesn't make any sense. That's just stopping before you even put effort into it.
Yeah, let's not have any driving laws, bro. Let's not have any driving laws. It doesn't make a difference. Let's not have any speeding laws. Let's not have any seatbelt laws. It doesn't make any difference. Why do we enforce any laws, bro? Why do we? Let's not stop there, bro. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't keep people out of prison. Why do we have drug laws, bro? Mm-hmm. Let's what's going on, everybody? Make sure you check us out on YouTube. We're live on the podcast. Yo, shout out to everybody. Yo,
no.
Hey, but look, for reals, look, man.
Where does that end? Where does that end? Where does that start and where does that end?
Exactly, bro. Like you don't see any results because you don't want to see any results, man. You say it's not gonna work when it hasn't. You haven't even given it a chance. You haven't given it a chance. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem far-fetched to me, bro. it doesn't seem bad to me that to extend background checks and up the age to 21. I'll tell you what, it's not gonna stop the problem, but it would have stopped that dude at least another 3 years before he could attain the same guns that he did. And maybe in those 3 years he would have had help. Maybe he would have got a psychiatrist. Maybe he would have, I'll tell you what, those little kids would have had a chance in middle school. I mean, what we can't sit around these same lame excuses, bro. Talking about what is that gonna do? What's making laws gonna do? Nobody follows it. It's like, bro, then what are we doing here? What are we doing here, bro? Let's not have any rules then. Let's not have any traffic violations. Let's not have any drug violations. Let's not do any of that. What? It's not gonna change anything, right? It's not gonna change anything, right, bro?
No, absolutely. And just someone just saying, yeah, it's the timeout generation, it's their fault. And okay, let's just say it is. So what's the solution to that then?
Oh yeah, what's the alternative?
Yeah.
And before we get into alternatives, look, we're talking about civilians. If you want to join the military and get professionally trained, if you want to become an officer, get professionally trained. Have some respect for your weapon. Yo, gun owners, the Gun Association is advocating for these extended background checks. Yo, 90% of the people are asking for reasonable laws to prevent measures to any of this. Let's not, stop.
The NRA doesn't allow guns in their conventions. It's a safe space, even though safe spaces don't work. The irony.
100%. No laws equal disorder and chaos. I agree with that, man. And make sure you check us out on YouTube. You're live in the podcast, man. There's a chat, all that gravy stuff. So this January 6th committee, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna be going on for 2 weeks. We're gonna get to the bottom of it, man. I'm hoping that this reveals the true nature of these people, bro. And it might be 10% of the population. It might be 10% of the population. The same 10% that say, "Oh, hey, you're taking my guns." Like, stop gaslighting things, bro. Stop gaslighting things. Stop. Like, hey, man, they're gonna come for your guns. It's like, nah, man. This was already a thing.
Yeah, and then that, in that response to that, don't forget, they have tanks, they have bombs. So, hold on to your guns. But if that's your fear, if your fear is that the government's gonna control you and take away your guns and this and that, bro, they could do that right now with the snap of a finger. They could just drop a bomb. They could bring tanks in. They can bring them. I mean, come on, man. If you're that scared, then there's something more that's wrong with you than the real problem. That's the real problem. Your fear is the problem at that point.
I want to say this. For those that say the only thing that can stop a bad man with a gun is a good man with a gun, or a good person, because we're, equal rights and all that. Anyways, bro, we're talking about preventative measures to prevent something. You get what I'm saying? You're already implying, that argument already implies that there was a tragedy. Because to have a bad man with a gun, what distinguishes a bad man from a good man? The bad man already went on an active shooting spree, I imagine, right? That would determine somebody's bad, right? We're the same pro-life people that claim they are pro-life, that they want to protect life, are not willing to
take measures
to protect kids, to really protect kids, and not blow smoke of people's rear end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and then again we go back to the comment section. You must be a liberal. You must be a liberal because you disagree with me. Bro, why you're causing division, bro? We're spitting facts over here, bro. Stop cheerleading for a team, bro. We're on one team. We're on the same team, bro. You've been force-fed. You've been indoctrinated to hate another side. You've been indoctrinated to hate 50% of America. Then leave America, bro. We're all on the same team, bro. We're spitting facts, dog. You're the one that's living in a bubble. Stop being a cheerleader for the donkeys or for the elephants, bro. It's not a sport.
100%. This is the underserved movement, man. If you don't understand what's going on, we're not left, we're not right. We're just forward. That's it. We just want to move forward. Okay, we're not donkeys, we're not elephants, we're not Republicans, we're not Democrats. We take the information that's in hand and move forward. And that's it. That's it. That seems reasonable to me. I'm not a fan of Biden. But there was better. The alternative was better. You know what I love? I love the fact that today in this administration, you know what I love? That the other side can have reasonable arguments. I'm not waking up every day to social media to saying what the president's gone off on a tirade and on Twitter and all that shit. There's actual debates. Yo, what about the gas pipeline? Yo, I hate these taxes. Yo, I hate the gas prices. These are all things that we can actually debate. These are all topics that we can actually debate, that we can come to the table and be like, hey, wait, that dude's doing a bad job. Yo, what's the policies overseas? Yo, why are we starting wars? What are we at? Yo, these are all things that our president you could talk about and be like, yo, this president sucks. Yo, this president's no good. You really voted for that? You like the high gas prices, even though that's a missed argument, but that's a whole nother subject. But that's what I'm saying. That's we're able to talk about issues, really things that matter.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. And then just spitting out something like, "Oh, you're a Republican or you're a Democrat or whatever," that doesn't solve anything, bro. That just digs the hole deeper. That creates more division, and that pushes us further away from solutions. So spitting all that nonsense out, it doesn't help anything. If you're gonna say, "Oh, you're this and you're that," then follow up in the next sentence with the solution to the problem.
Yeah, what's the alternative? What's your solution, bro? Or brosif for the ladies? You know what I'm saying? What's the alternative? Give us another bit of information that we can use to move forward. You know, shed some light on your perspective. Then it's like, oh, that's not gonna work. You know, there's three people in this world, three types. All right. There's people that make things happen, people that watch things happen, and people that say, what happened? And trust me, if you're in the way of progress, get out the way.
Yeah, and why would we move to Canada, bro? Why? We're in America. We're Americans. We want to solve the issues here. We want to make things better here. You don't run away from problems, bro. That's the last thing we want to do. That's the last way things get solved. So that's just another soundbite. Why don't you move? You don't like it here, then get going. Go somewhere else. Why? What does that solve? Nothing.
Shout out to Canada, though. We love you.
Shout out to Canada. Much love.
yeah. Shout out to Grams and 100 and Canada. I love you. We definitely got issues to settle here, and we're gonna be here to settle them, man. And through good or the bad, we're gonna be here to move forward, man.
Oh, I got it. My bad, Grams. I was just reading. I thought you were an angry American telling us to get out.
yeah. No.
I'd love to visit. I'd love to visit, Grams. That would be an honor to go out there and visit. I have friends and family out there, so.
Yeah. Oh man, what's going on, everybody?
But on that point, Grams, I'm sure he's heard that talking point. Like, if you don't love it, leave it. Like, if you don't like it here, get out of here. You know.
100%.
So that's what I was addressing. So my apologies for misunderstanding that comment.
Yo, shout out to everybody that's tuning in, man. We're on the podcast live. I'm with the host, with the most, the real, the man, the real deal, and me, Huge. We're hosting it, man. We're in the podcast on YouTube. Make sure you check us out on the Underserved Movement. Or no underscores, Huge Comedy. It's the Underserved Movement. All right, on YouTube. All right, so we are definitely moving along, man, with this podcast, man. How you feeling, Rel?
About that huge, I was just talking here to the TikTok. Just so you know, with an update, we are at 25 minutes total so far. It's been a lively conversation. Not sure if you want to continue this or you want to call it for now and come back again with some more lively topics.
We got a comment here. To be honest, conspiracy theories and extreme right and extreme left are hurting us all. I agree.
Exactly.
I agree.
It's the boogeyman. It's the boogeyman.
The two extremes, the polar opposites. Trust me, man. Trust me. I have some beliefs that I lean a little bit to more liberal. I have some beliefs where I lean more conservative.
And that's okay.
And that's all right. I'm telling you, here at the Underserved Movement, if you live paycheck to paycheck, if you are in or around the poverty line, if you trust me, that's who I'm a part of. That's the community we're starting here. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you follow the Underserved Movement, by the way. He's his guest right here. Make sure you follow it. That's our main page. That's our podcast. That's where we're going to post all our podcasts. That's how we're going to post all the videos, all the good stuff right there. Make sure you follow this platform right here. Yo, make sure you check us out on YouTube, man. We're live, man. We're live right now in the podcast. First live, right?
That's right. That's right.
First episode, first live stream.
First live, and we are also answering comments in the YouTube chat. So if you guys are there, everybody, thank you. That's tuning in on YouTube. Apparently, the quality is much better on YouTube, and you're going to be able to see the full screen as opposed to what you're seeing over here on TikTok. But yeah, we just kind of we sort of threw this together. So hey, let's just do this. Let's jump on TikTok. Let's jump on YouTube. And so everybody on YouTube right now, thank you so much for your comments. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, this is fun. This is the first of many.
First of many, man. And everybody on TikTok, man, shout out to you guys. I love you guys. Let me see. Do you feel everything is a part of the agenda, fellas? Rel, you want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, like, let's look at the facts, right? More often than not, every individual has some agenda, right? Whether it's good or bad, you know what I mean? Like, I guess you could say like Underserved Movement has an agenda to serve and to assist people and to provide resources and information and a place to talk openly and fighting for freedom and unity and stuff, right? So everyone and everything has an agenda, but do I think everything everyone's out for bad? No, I don't think so, because we're an example of people that are out for good. And I would imagine that somewhere within the government and politicians and stuff, I'm sure some people are good. Maybe a lot of them have been corrupted. There's always money involved and things like that. But I don't think that's a reason enough for us to not try to make things better.
100%. And I will say this, bro. You got to take the information that's in front of you and go with it. Base decisions and your thought process with the information that you properly filtered through and understand well enough to have an opinion, right? I don't believe that there's a mass super agenda. I don't waste my thoughts on that. What I do believe is that, like Rel said, there's people with motives. There's people with motives, right? Until you can prove that motive, you should not be forcing or sharing false opinions about whatever the topic is. All right. And with that, I'm more focused on the community that we're trying to build here. I'm focused on people that are living paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
I'm focused on the people that are suffering. The most that suffer are the poor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm poor. I'm under the poverty line, and that's my target audience. That it's not white, black, green. It's not left or right. It's about the people that are constantly getting bashed in the end, and that's poor people, man. And that's gotta stop. That's gotta stop. I don't care what that looks like. That's gotta stop. And we are the Underserved Movement, where we try to find resources for people. And it's just me and Rel, and that's all. It's all good.
Yeah,
a movement always starts with one.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Now we're two.
And
You know what I'm saying?
there's a comment huge in the TikTok audience that says it's all propaganda, and in the end, the rich get richer and the poor suffer more. And you know what? We do live in a country, in a nation where what we value is fame and fortune. Fame and fortune is our two top priorities, and Huge and I have talked about it. But what I want to say to that, we know that that's the way the world works. We know that's the way our country works. But what I would say to that, and I really hope you guys can focus in on this message. Focus on the change you can achieve, not on the change you can't. Focus on the change you can achieve, not on what you can't. Because even if you make small change in your community, in your family, around you, eventually it just starts the domino effect. People start seeing that, and even if the dominoes don't fall in the right direction, you made change for the better, even if it was in a small amount. So focus on the change you can achieve, bro. That's what I would say.
100%. No matter how small it is, start planting your seeds of goodness, man. Start influencing your young family members to do better, be better. You know what I'm saying? Education is key. Education is key, man, to unlocking these wonderful things in the world and to make change. You never know, man. You even if you work a 9-to-5, 2 different jobs, at the end of the day, tell your little nephew, niece, son, daughter, your mother, hey, I love you. And it's just that right there is making a difference, making an impact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What if that kid that you know, sad to say, you know, what happened in Uvalde, what happened there, man? What if that dude got hugged and kissed, bro? And before he went on a tirade, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody checked in with him on a daily. Hey, what's going on, bro?
Yeah.
What did me take you under my wing? What's going on? Let's go to the park. Yo, what's happening, man? Let's get at some girls. You know, hey, what's going on? These, you know what I'm saying? What if somebody had a positive impact on him?
Yeah, exactly.
We can't expect a counselor at every school. We can't expect people to turn themselves in to counselors. We definitely need to put resources out there for people like that, but we can't. The difference starts with you.
Yep.
The difference, the impact starts with you.
And never underestimate your impact, because you could just have an impact on one person, a positive impact on one person. And what if that one person has a positive impact on millions? So never underestimate your impact. Never take your impact for granted.
Look, man, I'm all for people learning how to use a weapon or learning how to use a gun. I love the Second Amendment, man, and people that get trained. I have nothing wrong with that. I actually encourage people.
Exactly.
Go get trained, man. Have one at your home. Be properly stored away. But you know, you have the right to defend yourself. Do all that, man. It's your right. It's your right. You know what I'm saying? Like, exercise it, man. Exercise your right to vote. Exercise your right to bear arms. Exercise your freedom of speech, man. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Is better. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes us American.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not. Don't blanket everybody a certain way because they disagree with you, though. Don't disregard reasonable thinking. You know what I'm saying? Let's think about some of the things that were being asked, man. Extended background checks and upping the age to 21 to buy a firearm. Our frontal cortex, how many times have we heard this, hasn't fully developed to the age of 25, at least on a male. You know what I'm saying? Like, your brain isn't even fully formed, but you're able to buy a gun at the age of 18. You're able to join the service at the age of 18. You're able to join the service at the age of 18. That means you're able to ship off the war and take somebody's life before you have the right to drink.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Man.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Come on, man. Like, let's get real.
Yeah, I was laughing at that comment in TikTok, bro. Yeah, I don't think anybody here's cheering for the Broncos.
I think 21's a good age. I think 25 is a little bit more up in age. 21's good. People at the age of 18 are able to retire a lot sooner. You know what I mean? But yeah, bro.
Yeah, and that brings us to another topic that we can maybe piggyback on for another show is joining the military, and how do veterans get treated once they're out? I mean, is that something that we're all happy with as a nation? You know what I mean? So we can definitely bring up the military conversation in another podcast.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about the military. Yo, shout out to the troops, man. Love our troops. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you, that's another thing. That's another thing. I just want people to understand. You don't have to be on the right to love guns. You don't have to be on the right to love the military. Just because I love the military doesn't mean I'm on the right. Just because I love guns doesn't mean I'm on the right. You know what I'm saying? Just because I love the fact to be responsible with money doesn't make me on the right. You know what I'm saying? Just like loving people doesn't make me on the left.
Right.
Equal rights. Me loving equal rights doesn't make me on the left.
Mm-hmm.
None of that.
Yeah.
Here at the underserved movement, it's not left, it's not right.
Yeah.
It's forward, man.
Yeah, stop with the division. Stop with the division.
Shout out to the Yang Gang. New Bronco out. Juice is on the loose. Oh, yeah. Man, here we go.
Yeah, so apparently if we've never served, we shouldn't be able to talk about the military. So, yeah. So then I guess the former president should never discuss anything about the military.
Yeah, I and that's the beautiful part, bro. That's the beautiful part, that we live in a country where I can speak on it. You know what I'm saying? I haven't served. I'll never use them in vain. I'll say that. There's a difference. There's you could speak on a topic, right? Or you could use them in vain. What do I mean by that?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? If I started talking about, well, our soldiers feel a certain way about going to Afghanistan, it's definitely the type of mood or emotions that go through it. I would not speak on that. That would be in vain. You get what I'm saying?
And these are the type of statements, huge, that just, again, right? They're little sound bites from people that don't have a solution, that don't have more to give. Because how do you know that I didn't grow up in a military family? How do you know that my family didn't serve? How do you know that I didn't serve? Right? So here's the thing, man. These things that just get thrown out there and don't really solve anything and just push people apart, it's bogus, man. We can do that all day, just like I did, right? Just like I did. Well, I guess Trump shouldn't be talking about it, right? So we can do that all day. So what does that solve? Nothing. You know what I mean?
Waste of time.
Exactly.
Yo, shout out to everybody that's tuning in on TikTok. Make sure you follow us right here. Follow this platform, the Underserved Movement. That's our platform. We'll be posting all our podcasts, all our snippets. Make sure you check that out. We're on YouTube Live right now. Check out the Underserved Movement. You can join the chat. Type it all in, man. Show us love. Yo, we love you, TikTok. We love everybody on here, man. I am Huge Comedy. This is the co-founder, Rel, man. Shout out to my co-founder right here, man, Rel. And also the engineer behind it all, man. Nothing but love, man. Nothing but love.
Yeah, love to everybody. Like for me, final statement, man. We're coming on 40 minutes right now. For me, everybody on TikTok, everybody watching this on YouTube, man, it's all love, man. Like at the end of the day, like we're here to bring us together. We don't want to keep dividing. We don't want to keep the division growing and growing and growing. We want to keep us, coming together, putting some thoughts together. If you have comments, if you disagree with us, that's fine, man. We're not expecting you to agree with us because we want to get your opinions too, so that maybe we can see things from a different perspective. But if you're coming on and you're just spitting, negativity, or you're just spitting these comments that don't really have substance to them, then that's when they're gonna stand out to us and they're not gonna jive with us. But again, it's all love. We are the Underserved Movement. Again, I'm Rel. It's my homie right here, Huge. And we really thank you all, TikTok, YouTube, everybody that's tuning in. Thank you for your comments, your support. And yeah, man, we're going to keep doing this. We're coming up on 40 minutes, Huge. What do you say? Sayonara?
Oh, yeah, man. Look, we're gonna tap out right here on YouTube, man. We're going to get this episode done, this podcast done. I just want to give a shout out to everybody that tuned in. Yo, Sandy, what's going on? 100 grams. What's going on, man? Thank you so much for tuning in on the YouTube section. We're going to continue on TikTok. But yo, Catch us on the next live stream podcast, man. We're gonna keep doing this. Make sure you follow us, like us, and we're out, man.
That's right. Peace out, everybody. Much love. Thank you again. Thanks again. Thanks.